G'day everyone, Shane from Campfire Adventure. Just wanted to make a quick video on my my solar setup for the patrol. I noticed when I first set out to do the solar setup that there really wasn't much information. There was information on the solar panels and control boxes, but really not much to help out wire it up. As a non-tech person, I did have a little bit of trouble at first, but I realized one thing I realized going through, it's actually a lot easier than I thought. I don't have the most expensive setup, but it really does me well. Solar panels, just a 160 watt Kings solar panel. The control box is just Kings as well. So pretty much the whole setup's quite cheap compared to your kick-ass setups and J-car and stuff like that. So but it does me well. I run a I think it's a CFX 75 or 80, I can't remember, dual zone fridge off the single solar panel, and it's never missed a beat. So it's it goes quite well. Freezes, refrigerates, never had an issue. I did think at first I'd have to put either another panel on or have a backup panel for when I get to camp, but it hasn't been an issue so far. Yeah, I'll give you a quick rundown and let me know if you need any more details or anything like that. I'll be quite happy to help out and just let you know a bit more of what I've done. Cheers. Alrighty, so this is the setup here. We've just got the Kings power box, the Kings MPPT controller for the solar panel, as well just a cheap battery in the Kings battery box, and of course the what do we got there, the Kings compressor. We've got a 240 volt inverter just there as well, which is hooked up to the dual battery system in the front of the patrol under the bonnet. I haven't actually got that hooked up to the battery in the back here, just because I like to keep them separate, because the inverter does use quite a lot of power. So basically the battery here is just charging the fridge in the back. At the moment it's charging the lights, and I've got, you can't really see it here at the moment, but behind there is a charger for the handheld CBs as well. So basically just a flick of the switch, fridge turns on and off, CB radio charger turns on and off, and the lights turn on and off. This is not actually plugged in at the moment, but when you turn the battery box on, you can see it all lights up. Even though I'm under the carport, the solar panel there is got load, and we are almost fully charged on the battery. So the battery at the moment is, I don't know if you can read that, but it's 12.4 volts. It'll probably go up to about 12.6. Just depends on how long it's been running for. So that's the basic setup there. And then on the roof, so on the roof there, I've just got the 160 watt panel bolted in. Just a little bit of a close up on the bolts there. So it just bolts straight up onto the cabinet, and you can see there where I've bolted the power box through there. Still need to neaten it up a little bit. And I don't know if you can see the wires running down there, but the wires just run straight into the back of the box, and then straight into the back of the battery box, and then of course straight into the battery. Now, one thing I did notice with the Kings gear was it's okay quality. The control panel, the power box is actually good quality. I think it's another brand they've just relabeled. I did have a couple of issues with some of the wiring in it. I did have to replace a little bit of the wiring because I felt the wires were too small a gauge for what it's supposed to be used for. So I didn't really want to go plugging any powered stuff into it in fear of those wires burning out. So I have had to put new wiring in there in a couple of spots. The rest of it's okay. The solar panel came through undamaged, which was good. The power box, the battery box that I got, so I ordered the battery box. That was one of the last things I ordered. I was going to go with a more expensive one, but I mean, the difference between a King's one, I think it's like $100 or $80 or something, compared to another one which was around 600. It's a, you know, I couldn't really justify paying 600 just for a couple of extra SIG sockets, so I've gone with the cheap one. It did get delivered and it was absolutely trashed. It had big holes in it, it was all broken, which was odd because the box it came in had no damage to it whatsoever, so it looked like they just put it in the shop damaged. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think someone was obviously a bit unhappy at work that day maybe. But the thing is, I complained about it and they literally sent one out from Brisbane. I'm in Melbourne. They sent one out from Brisbane and it came here almost the next day or the day after, so I was pretty happy with that. And of course I got to keep the other one for spare parts. So yeah, so the quality in the battery box is obviously pretty terrible. You get what you pay for though, so you know, it'll do me until it breaks and I'll probably buy something more expensive, but until then, yeah, it'll do me. So that's my setup. It took me probably about a month to do, just because most of the wiring I had to order online, and through COVID and stuff, it takes ages to get here. So so yeah, it took a little bit extra than I thought. I did set out 3 days to do it over the lockdown, but unfortunately I left myself a bit late because of all the deliveries and stuff like that. So it took me about a month to get everything here, as well as research as well. I put in a lot of research because I didn't really want to stuff anything up. So there you go. Let me know if there's anything you need to know if you're setting yours up. Happy to answer any questions, so let us know. All right, cheers.